Namaskar. Greetings, folks. I have not been able to post my weekly analysis for last couple of weeks as I was traveling abroad and did not get a conducive environment to be able to either analyze charts or do the recording and edit and post it. But I'm back now, and having looked at last couple of weeks of price action, I must admit that it has been not so good. My trading portfolio is down by close to 8% from its top a few weeks ago. But these kind of times offer you an opportunity to take a harder look at your portfolio, maybe get rid of some of the weak stocks and buy some really robust and good stocks because they might be available at a good value. This week, I'll be looking at Amazon, Tesla, and Apple. But before I do that, a quick word of statutory disclaimer from me. The information being shared in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It should not be construed as an investment advice. Individuals are encouraged to do their own research and assume full responsibility of any actions taken based on the suggestions provided. Without further ado, let's get straight into the charts. Let us first look at Tesla. As you can see from the chart, Tesla has seen a significant decline from the highs of close to 490 printed in mid of December, and the current price action is around 226. So it's a significant drop in overall value of the company. But if I look at higher time frame, which is the weekly chart, I can see that it is still in a rising uptrend from a swing low here to making a swing high here, and then back higher swing low, and then a swing high which is higher than the previous high. So if I look at this broad picture, it is still in a rising trend. And if I draw the line from this swing low to join these points, we can see that the price action is still above this rising trend line. Fundamentally, I believe in the technology and the prospect of this company doing really well in the long term. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm looking for opportunities to add, and this significant drop does provide me that option. Going back to the daily, you can see at the bottom of this chart, the RSI is printing 21.11 at this point in time, which is in oversold territory. So that's another good indication that we are in a territory of for adding to current positions. And if you're not, you might want to start a position on this stock. Let us look at some other indicators. Let me draw Fibonacci retracement for this recent most swing from this point here up to the recent most swing high. And as you can see, the current price action is very close to 78.6% retracement. And it is also aligning with the support area here, right? So there are two or three things lining up. RSI in oversold territory, price retracing back to 78.6%, and also aligning with the support area here. So I will be looking to add to my current position at a price between now and this retracement area, as the price action is still above the overall rising trend line. Next, let us look at Amazon. Amazon also is showing a drop from recent highs. A high of 242 was recorded a few weeks ago, and now the price action is at close to 193. Now, if I look at the trend line of this price action from this point joining the next swing low here, the price action is still above this rising trend line. The RSI is reading 26, just above 26, which is in a oversold territory. So price being above the rising trend line, RSI showing oversold, gives me an indication that it is time to add to my position on Amazon as well. Let me also draw the Fibonacci for this. I will take just the recent most swing low to the recent most swing high. Let me just make it slightly bigger so that reading is easier. The current price action is trading between 50% and 61.8% Fibonacci retracement. It's here. So 61.8% is at 187.50, which also aligns with this support here. So that will be a good area to add. So three things lining up here. Overall rising trend line is still intact. On daily, the RSI is in oversold territory. Price action is getting to a key Fibonacci area, which is 61.8%, and also aligned with a support level as indicated here, where my cursor is currently. So I will be looking to add a small amount at this point, 187.5 or just above that. So that is Amazon. Let's now look at another favorite of mine, Apple. So let me first start Apple from a very high time frame of weekly. When you look at weekly and look at this trend, let me just draw the line from this point here, joining the lows here. So as you can see, it has been in a very strong uptrend with swing up, down to this line, up again, very close to this line. Another high here, and now the price action is looking down. Let me just put the chart to the left here to show you a slightly more clearer picture on a weekly. It is kind of almost making a head and shoulders pattern here. So this left shoulder here, head, and the right shoulder here. A drop below the neckline here will probably create a further pressure downward. But I don't mind that because I think the overall trend is still very much intact on this one. What I'm looking at is the buying opportunities on this one. I hold a very small position on Apple because I started very late, but I would like to consolidate that position as and when I get opportunities. And I think the last 2 weeks of price action is offering us that opportunity. I will leave this line here. Going back to the daily chart, you can see that from the highs of around 260 here, current price action is at 225, which is also a decent drop. Not like Tesla and Amazon as we saw, but still a big drop considering that Apple is a very sought after stock. The key thing here is that the RSI is still not in the oversold territory. So on this one, I think I would like to still wait for maybe a further drop from this level. Today's price action is showing a lot of weakness. And if this continues, then this neckline indicated by my cursor here is in danger of being breached. If that happens, we might see a further fall towards this trend line that I drew earlier. In terms of adding to my current position, I will be looking at some confirmations. First of all, the RSI needs to be in oversold territory, which currently it is not, so I need to wait. But also look at where the Fibonacci key areas are. So let me just draw Fibonacci from the recent most swing low to the high here. The current price action is very close to 38.2%, but I am not going to add here. I will wait for a few days to see whether this neckline gets breached or not. If it gets broken, then I will wait for it to test this previous support in this area, which is also aligned with 61.8%, and that is at 201, so just above 200 mark really. So the price action currently is at just above 225. I will be looking to add around 200 in next few days. It might not get there, but let's just see. In the meantime, if RSI starts showing a reading below 30, I will start monitoring it more closely to see if the price is aligned with any of the key levels. With that, I conclude my analysis for this week. Hope you find it useful. If you like the contents of this channel, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Namaskar.